Beth Howland, A Comprehensive Biography. Early life and background. Elizabeth Beth Howland was born on May 28, 1941, in Brighton, Massachusetts, a neighborhood of Boston. Growing up as an only child, she described her early years as challenging, once noting, "I was the fattest child in the first grade. I played Santa Claus in the Christmas play. Everyone else got to wear a party dress. Probably scarred me for life." A Catholic school nun recognized her talent and encouraged her interest in acting and dancing. At just 16 years old, Howland left home with a dancer friend and moved to New York City with very little money, later recalling their naivety. "We were certainly the two most naive people who ever hit Manhattan. We knew about muggers, but in the hot New York summers, we slept all night in Riverside Park, and nothing happened to us." Broadway beginnings and early career. Howland made her Broadway debut in 1959 as Lady Beth in the musical Once Upon a Mattress, which transferred from off-Broadway. Her early theater career included Bye Bye Birdie, 1960 to 1961, hired as a dancer alongside Dick Van Dyke, Lil Abner, 1959, film debut as Clem's wife, uncredited, High Spirits, Drat, The Cat, Darling of the Day, breakthrough, Stephen Sondheim's Company. Howland's career-defining moment came in 1970 when she originated the role of Amy in Stephen Sondheim's groundbreaking musical Company. She introduced the legendary patter song, Getting Married Today, a rapid-fire tour de force that required her to deliver hundreds of panicked words at breakneck speed. The song became one of the most memorable moments in musical theater history, with lyrics like, "A wedding? What's a wedding? It's a prehistoric ritual / where everybody promises fidelity forever," which is / maybe the most horrifying word I ever heard of. Howland modestly noted, "It was a perfect song for me. I'm not a singer, and it has maybe 4 notes." Television stardom. Alice and Vera Gorman, CBS television executives, spotted Howland in Company and brought her to Hollywood for a guest role on The Mary Tyler Moore Show. This led to her being cast as Vera Louise Gorman in the sitcom Alice, 1976 to 1985, based on Martin Scorsese's film Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Creating an iconic character. As Vera, Howland played the ditzy, nervous, accident-prone waitress at Mel's Diner. The New York Times wrote that she made high anxiety an art form. She described her character as insecure and vulnerable, probably works the hardest of anybody in the diner, very gullible, very innocent. One of the most memorable moments came in the first episode when, reacting to a customer's greeting, Howland spontaneously threw a box of drinking straws into the air. This improvisation was incorporated into the show's opening credits and became Vera's signature gesture. Critical acclaim and awards. For her work on Alice, Howland received 4 consecutive Golden Globe nominations, 1980 to 1983. The show itself earned 16 Golden Globe nominations and 8 wins during its run. Personal life and relationships. Marriages and family. Michael J. Pollard, 1961 to 1969, married the Bonnie and Clyde actor. They had one daughter, Holly Pollard, named after Audrey Hepburn's character in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Charles Kimbrough, 2002 to 2015, married her Company co-star, best known as Jim Dial on Murphy Brown, remained married until her death. Howland reflected on balancing career and motherhood. "I thought I couldn't do it, raise a daughter alone, and just recently I realized that I had done it." Later, career and semi-retirement. After Alice ended in 1985, Howland went into semi-retirement but made occasional appearances in Murder, She Wrote, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, The Tick Chicken Soup for the Soul, ABC After School Special, Terrible Things My Mother Told Me, telefilms including A Caribbean Mystery and You Can't Take It With You. Her final television credit was in 2002. Legacy and death. Beth Howland died of lung cancer on December 31, 2015, in Santa Monica, California, at age 74. True to her Boston roots and private nature, She requested no funeral or memorial service, and her death wasn't announced to the media until May 24, 2016, just days before what would have been her 75th birthday. Her husband, Charles Kimbrough, explained, "It was her wish. She had not wanted a funeral or a memorial service either. It was the Boston side of her personality coming out. She didn't want to make a fuss." Lasting impact. Howland left behind a legacy as both a respected Broadway performer and beloved television personality. Her portrayal of Vera Gorman remains one of the most memorable comic supporting characters in 1970s to 80s television, while her performance of Getting Married Today in Company continues to be celebrated as one of musical theater's great comic achievements.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.